Premiering in June 2007, Ice Road Truckers, or IRT, was a successful reality series airing on the History Channel, giving viewers a glimpse into the lives of truck drivers who work seasonal routes in Canada, Alaska, and other far-flung locations. Manitoba was where most of the filming took place for recent seasons, whereas Alaska's famous and dangerous Dalton Highway was featured in Season 3 to 6. Although it would take the show around 7 years to become a fully fledged idea and then get up and running, way back in 2000, the History Channel included an episode of the same name in the Suicide Missions series, drawing on Denison's Ice Road, which was written by Edith Iglauer and based on the well-known ice road engineer John Denison. The original episode was positively received and would lead to Tom Beers being hired by the History Channel in 2006 to create a series inspired by Edith's book, airing in Australia, New Zealand, Italy, the Netherlands, and UK, and several African countries. IRT lived up to the hype, with the Season 1 premiere becoming History Channel's most watched original telecast until then. Over 3 million households tuned in around the US, and the show proved itself so popular that just a year later, 20th Century Fox acquired rights to create a theatrical action film based on the series. Although the project never came to fruition due to alleged funding difficulties, IRT's influence was undeniable. Sadly, IRT came to an end in November 2017, with an impressive 11 seasons under its belt. Many felt that the series had simply run its course, but fan conspiracy theories claimed that the show's erratic cast members heavily influenced the History Channel's decision to pull the plug on what had been one of its most successful offerings. For once, apparently ratings and audience interest didn't help. Every reality series has its good and bad guys, and Alex Debogorski, who appeared in every season, was undoubtedly the star of IRT. Describing himself as a family-oriented individual with strong Roman Catholic beliefs, Alex was born in August 1953 in Berwyn, Alberta, in a cave north of Figure 8 Lake. His parents, Irene and Stanley, were Polish and had immigrated through Britain. There's not much information about Irene online, but Stanley trained as a paratrooper and served 12 years in the British military before immigrating, with the highlight of his career being his participation in Operation Market Garden, dropping on Arnhem during World War II. In 1972, Alex and Louise tied the knot and clearly wasted little time in having a brood of 11 children. According to Alex's website, the reality TV star has 14 grandchildren and counting. So how was Alex hired by the History Channel? A film crew went to the Northwest Territory in 2006, searching for potential cast members for IRT, and were told by many locals that they absolutely had to meet Alex Debogorski. With his trademark laugh and tall physique, it's true that Alex stands out in any crowd, and quickly became one of the most beloved truckers on the show. Making the most of his IRT fame, Alex published his first book, King of the Road, Tales from a Legendary Ice Road Trucker, in the fall of 2010. A biographical hodgepodge of anecdotes, short stories, and Alex's life history allowed readers a much more intimate look into the upbringing of their favorite TV personality. Some of Alex's other interests are gold and diamond exploration and, surprisingly, clean living, with health issues prompting him to switch to a more wholesome lifestyle sometime in the 2010s. The reality star keeps himself in tip-top shape and is a fan of natural supplements and a healthy diet. He has also made promotional appearances at health food stores to spread the message. Hugh Rowland, Drew Sherwood, Rick Yam, Jay Westgard, and TJ Tilcox were the other main cast members in Season 1, but were soon replaced by more charismatic truckers, save for Hugh, who made his last appearance in the show in Season 8. With his no-nonsense and down-to-earth attitude, producers quickly realized that Hugh had the potential to be a great addition to the show, although he would later spill the beans about his ice road trucking career and the cameras. During a promotional run for the release of his book, On Thin Ice, Hugh had a sit-down interview with a lesser-known YouTuber Joshua Nanny and confessed, "As soon as they put cameras in the trucks, all them drivers of mine thought they were Hollywood superstars, and I ended up firing everybody." In another interview with Hollywood Soapbox, Hugh added that the cameras weren't right in your face all the time. Despite firing his drivers and being a divisive character, the British Columbian trucker appeared in 8 seasons of the show and a couple of spin-offs before moving on to bigger and better things. Lisa Kelly was another fan favorite who appeared in season 3 to 5 and 7 to 11. The vibrant blonde stood out for being the only female trucker on the show until Maya Sieber and Stephanie Custins came along in season 5 and 10 respectively. Kelly, who was born in Michigan in December 1980, relocated to Alaska with her family at the age of 6 and dropped out of college after one semester. Some of the jobs she held before training as a trucker included being a school bus driver, motocross rider, and gas station attendant. Upon completing her training, Lisa began working for the Alaskan haulage company Carlisle Transportation and said of the experience, "I had to work twice as hard. I had to pull my weight and everybody else's and get the job done as fast or faster." According to the journalist Kay O'Hara, Lisa turned down a contract to return to IRT for season 6, saying that she was taking a year off. The Michigan native also participated in IRT Deadliest Roads, where she trucked in the Himalayas, Bolivia, and Peru in strenuous conditions, alongside Rick Yam, Dave Redman, and Alex. These days, Lisa is enjoying life with her spouse, Travis Kelly, an avid dirt bike rider and Aleut native Alaskan. The couple share many hobbies, such as horse riding, hang gliding, skydiving, and snowboarding, guaranteeing that there is never a dull moment between the two. They also share 2 mascots, a miniature horse named Rocky and a cat named Tansy. Lisa and Travis tied the knot in 2008. They don't have children. Every reality show seems to be rife with scandal behind the scenes, and IRT is no different. Tim Zickuhr, an actor known for his work in 1,000 Ways to Die and Fear Factory, made headlines in April 2014 after kidnapping and extorting a prostitute who went by the alias Snow White, real name Lisa Cadeau. According to a detailed police report, Tim hired Lisa and allowed her to use his ATM card to receive her payment. A day later, he accused her of stealing and tied her up with backpack straps before dumping cold water on her and locking her in a closet, possibly under the influence of drugs. An enraged Tim demanded that Lisa give him the telephone number of someone who could bring the $1,000 he said he was owed, to which she gave him the number of a Las Vegas police officer. According to the police report, Lisa was also quoted as saying, "Help me, he's going to kill me," before the call was disconnected. Some online sources claim that Tim took Lisa to a casino near the Las Vegas Strip, where the trucker was apprehended and arrested by 2 police officers. Understandably, the History Channel declined to comment on the unsavory incident, perhaps taking advantage of the fact that Tim only appeared in the show very briefly, quitting after a couple of episodes. Tim pleaded guilty to extortion and kidnapping and was sentenced to 15 years in prison in February 2015. David Redman and Arthur Burke are 2 other cast members who made news for all the wrong reasons. In a scathing tell-all interview with the popular trucking magazine Overdrive, David claimed that the producers of IRT pulled out all the stops to make him one of the villains on the show. "They had me scripted as the bad guy, and to get fired." David is quoted as saying, "They really spent a lot of effort making me look terrible in Alaska." Disgruntled reality stars lashing out at their bosses and producers is nothing new, but David took things a step further with the salacious claim that the producers of IRT Deadliest Roads deliberately put cast members' lives at risk by having them drive unsafe vehicles in unfavorable and, at times, extreme conditions. It's not known what David is doing now, but it's clear that reality TV isn't for him, as he only appeared in 15 episodes of the show and is now living a low-key lifestyle. As for Arthur, he was sentenced to 18 months of house arrest in October 2020, having pleaded guilty to 1 charge of arson by negligence. Numerous news outlets reported that Arthur, while trying to make a concentrated cannabis substance with butane named Shatter, was responsible for a major explosion at his apartment. Some fans even feared for his life, as the trucker spent almost 2 weeks in hospital recovering from his injuries. Luckily for the former TV personality, Arthur was allowed to serve his house arrest sentence from the cab of his truck, and so keep working, perhaps to pay the $60,000 damages he caused in his apartment complex. As we mentioned earlier, the producer and executive Tom Beers was pivotal in the conception and success of IRT. Born in New York in 1952, the narrator has produced over 40 TV series since the mid-1990s and founded Original Productions, his own production company, in 1999. Some of the shows he's worked on include Deadliest Catch, Monster House, Lobster Wars, and Plastic Surgery Before and After, with the highlight of his career being the Emmy nominations he received in 2006 and 2007 for his work on the first series. Tom, who is also the former chairman and CEO of Fremantle Media North America, narrates many of the shows he produces, as well as Verminators and Swords, Life on the Line, to name a couple. With a plump net worth of $25 million and dozens of producing and narrating credits under his belt, netizens were shocked to discover that the reality heavyweight also hides a murky secret: the alleged underpayment of his show's main cast members. In a New York Times article, it was confirmed that the cast members of IRT were made to sign multi-year contracts which prohibited them from accepting endorsement deals and sponsorships or demanding higher salaries. These contracts have led to Tom being strongly criticized for his tight-fisted tendencies. It appears that the narrator and producer didn't want any of the cast members becoming bigger than the show, which might explain the revolving cast on IRT. With that said, producers underpaying their talents isn't unheard of in the industry, and as most of the cast members of IRT were content to fade into obscurity, we'll never know the whole truth about Tom's business practices. The producer, who has over 1,200 followers on Instagram, likes to spend his summer traveling with family, attending concerts with his attractive girlfriend, not to be confused with his blonde ex-wife Leslie, and posting adorable snaps with his son. As recently as December 2021, Tom also put his stunning Sherman Oaks property on the market for a cool $8.5 million. Boasting a guest wing, a gym yoga studio, and a detached guest house, the Emmy-nominated Creators Zen-style retreat is also available to lease for $30,000, as the former CEO is allegedly looking to relocate with his son and girlfriend. Tom and Leslie's current relationship status remains unclear, but it's thought that the creator remains on good terms with the president of Amygdala Music, who also produces all the music for Tom's original production shows. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.